Get up, mama. A wise person once said, treat your body like it belongs to someone you love. Get up and pour into yourself, baby. Your body is your temple, baby. That's who you are. Thank God we woke up this morning. Thank God we woke up this morning. And the best way to show God that we're grateful for waking up this morning is taking care of the human being He created. Take care of your body, girl. Your body is your temple. Your body is your home, basically. So you want to make sure you take care of your body, girl. I understand your body done been through the most challenging things. You done grew a whole human being in your body. Trust me. I get it. Even if it don't look the way you want it to look right now, today, learn how to love your body. Learn how to love yourself where you are right now. That's the only way you're going to get to that next level. I'm not saying you got to like everything about it right now, but you got to love it. And it's your body. So you got to figure out what to do with it. You got to learn how to take care of it. When you learn how to take care of things, God bless you with more. I know it may be hard. I know it may be difficult. I know it may be challenging at times because your body is different depending on what season of life you in. I'm not telling you to go hurt yourself now. I'm telling you to take your time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to feel yourself. Get to understand your body. It's a beautiful thing. No matter what it looks like, it can be a beautiful thing. Because the more you love something, the more you want to take care of it. So I need you to fall in love with your body. No matter what stage you're in right now. It may not look the way you want it to look, baby, right now. But if you fall in love with who you are, learn every part of your body, what you like, what you don't like, you'll start seeing some changes. Remember, if you have negative thoughts about stuff, that's going to be your outcome. If you always saying, I don't like my body, I don't like my body, I don't like the way this look, I don't like the way that look, you ain't really going to change much about it. Now, I'm not saying you got to be happy about every part of your body. That is not what I'm saying. Find something you love about your body. And the things you don't like, you can change. Remember the things that we love. We find ways to take care of it. Treat your body with some kindness for once. Your body needs some love. You done neglected her for too long. I know. Welcome back to the podcast. I am your host, Ashley. And I'm a mom to our beautiful rainbow twins. Out here living this country life, homeschooling my kids, working part-time, tending to my garden, tending to my chickens. Pretty much all kind of country things while trying to look good in the process. And trying not to lose myself too. For the ones that are asking, where can you find me? You can find me on all social media. All my handles are Get Up Mama. I think Facebook may be a little bit different. But if you click the link in my bio, my link tree will pop up and you can just click on all the tabs there. I also have a Patreon where we get together as a community and we just build and grow together. I also have tiers where you're able to receive encouraging audios every morning. So if you're interested in something like that, if you think you need that type of encouragement, that type of motivation, go check it out. And if you want to just support, go check it out. No pressure, just whenever you're ready. But here we go. But welcome back, baby. And I also want to let y'all know, for the ones that are faithful with the podcast, that we're looking for the podcast, that the podcasts are either going to drop on Tuesdays or Fridays right now. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. I'm trying my best to get it together. Just be patient with me. Just stick with me. I'm doing my best to communicate what's going on. So just stick with me. So on Tuesdays, we're going to try to drop every Tuesday at 6:30. And if it's not that Tuesday morning, we'll drop Friday morning at that same time. Cool. So that's how y'all be looking for me. And don't forget to subscribe on everything that y'all see me on. That's all social media sites. That's all social media sites. And please remember to like, comment, and share or repost, because the algorithm, social media is so full right now that if you don't like and if you don't comment and you don't repost, it's going to be hard to cycle my video through all of that traffic. So let's get them numbers up. Let's reach the people that we need to reach. And then let's share the love. And I want to thank y'all for the support. So I think that's the last bit of that intro spiel. All right, so today we're talking about our body. My kids are 5.5 years old. And I still got a weak core and this little flab at the bottom of my stomach. Nah, I am not happy about that. Sometimes I'm self-conscious about my body, but I'm not to the point where it's stressing me out. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, right? But I do know that I gotta stop giving up on myself when it comes to the workouts that I do. But dang, I can just breathe too hard and my stomach is bloated. Do you know how irritating that is? Like you just breathe and now your stomach look like you're 3 months pregnant. Yeah, that can be me. I drank a little water. My stomach look like I'm 3 months pregnant. But yeah, I can easily look 3 months pregnant. That's sad. That's heartbreaking. That hurt my feelings sometimes. But like I said, I don't think it's to the point where like I'm just stressing out. But I do feel like it's sad. I've been working on my core since my kids were born. If I gotta be honest though, like if I gotta be real frank, I have not been consistent. Like I may have reasons why I haven't worked on my core, but when you look at it, they all just excuses. They're reasons, but they're excuses. I don't know if you understand that, but basically that means I still shouldn't be looking like this. In other words, we talk about how the body changed externally, but I think the most effect pregnancy had on me is how it affected my body internally. Did you know that they cut through, first and foremost, I had a C-section and I was pregnant with twins, for those of you who don't know. Do you know that they cut through 7 layers to go get them babies? 7 layers of your body. They got that knife and they just cutting. They gotta damage something up in there. That's life altering, life changing. But for me, I think the hardest part is just like the internal part. Because every time I try to work out with my body, y'all let me know if y'all experience this. But every time I try to work out or I think I'm in a good workout, first and foremost, I want to say that I know everybody talk about tightening up your core, holding your core, right? I did not understand what that meant. I thought I did when I was doing those workouts, but I found out very quickly that I was not understanding that properly. Tighten up your core, you think that just means like sucking in a little bit here and there, but then you can fall out of that if your core is very weak. And then you can try to continue with the workout when you don't understand that, hey, wait, you're not tightening in your core enough. Pay attention to that when you're trying to follow those workouts that say they're diastasis, erectile friendly and that type of stuff, because even though they are, you still have to make sure you're engaging your core the proper way, because if not, you can get that bulge in your stomach that causes a hernia, or you can just have internal issues that cause a lot of pain. Excruciating pain is what I experienced, right? So when I was doing my workout, I thought I was tightening my core. But come to find out, I wasn't doing it properly until I started watching Grow with Joe. And she kind of explains how to tighten your core. Like you lift up your pelvis and then you suck your stomach in, all that type of goodness. I just wanted to shut it, because if I would have had somebody next to me saying, hey, this is how you do it, I would have been very grateful for that. So I want to make sure I share that with you. But there are amazing workouts out there that I feel like you can do for your core. I just feel like you got to understand what that means when they say tighten up your core, because if not, you're going to have a big mess. And remember I told you, your body changed internally as well, not just externally. I know we like to focus a lot on the external of our body, but you can cause a lot of damage if you're not working out properly. Please make sure you're working out properly. And even with myself, sometimes I'm not even sure if I'm working out properly. Remember when I said I have reasons, but then I also have excuses. Like those are some of the reasons why I stopped working out. But it's excuses because I never pushed myself forward enough to go to a specialist that can guide me in the right direction. Now, I did go to my OBGYN like 2 years after I had my children to go see about my diastasis recti, to see like how separated it is. But when I went there, she didn't really have much to say. She didn't really understand what I was talking about. And I'm like, yo, what you in here for? But then I understand that people specialize in different things. I get that. But I do feel like she could have went and got me some type of assistance, because but we don't have to go deep into that right now. I did not take it a step further to go find out who I should go see when it comes to that particular thing. So that's why I say it's excuses. And so when I would feel those type of pains, excruciating pains in my body, in my stomach, I mean, I can be trying to hand my kid something in the backseat, and I would get the most horrific pain in my stomach. Like I would just start crying. Like, let's say I'm in the kitchen or I done moved the wrong way, or let's say I'm stretching and I moved the wrong way. Like, I would literally break down to my knees and start crying. That pain would hurt so bad in my stomach. I had to learn how to move with my body after having my kids, and it's still like that to this day. But I think it's somewhat like that, but it's not as bad because I feel as if I've been tightening up my core in the proper way now. And yeah, shout out to me because I've been consistent with my core workout lately. And I also want to shout out my cousin, because when I started working with him, I would explain to him like, hey, I got this pain. Like, what do you think it was? Like, what exercise you think it was that caused that? And he was just like, I'm not sure. He was like, what you do is, I was like, do you think I should stop? He was like, no, because you're going to always keep quitting. It's like, don't do that. Just take it easy for the next few days. Pay attention to what workout works and which one doesn't, where it hurts and where it doesn't hurt. But I was ready to give up again. Like, no. But then I also, when he told me that, I was just like, I don't want that to be my life. Like, why I just quit because something got too hard. I didn't understand it, when it's just easy for me to go understand, to go find that out. But back to what I was saying, like, that would be the reason why I would stop doing what I was doing. And before you know it, my kids are almost 6 years old, and I still got this flap and this bloat in my tummy. And I do have an oatmeal stomach, but I do feel like that's just gonna be that ain't going nowhere. So I'm not really worried about that part. But I learned to love my body where it was. I never wanted to go have surgery. I know a lot of people recommend that. Like, you're going to have surgery done on your stomach to get that flap removed, that type of stuff. I believe that we can heal the body naturally. We just have to find proper ways to heal the body. I just haven't found the proper foods to eat yet. I know I've been looking up a lot that we want to eat inflammatory meals. So you want to eat meals that heal the gut. I understand that. So I've been trying to be more conscious about what I eat. But if you've been watching my podcast, I still have a problem with, wait, there's power in the tongue. Let me change that. I am getting so much better when it comes to the portions that I eat with my food. I gotta take it slow. I gotta slow down with that. I like to eat too much. And not just that, I like to eat too much at one time. And I know for a fact that don't help. Because after I get done eating, that stomach be out there easily 3 months to 5 months pregnant. But slow down and make sure you understand, like, what portion of your body you need to start on first. Like I mentioned earlier, like for me, I needed to strengthen my core. At first, I wanted to worry more about, like, what the outside of my body looked like. Like, can I get rid of the flap? Can I get rid of the bloatedness, right? And it was like, you got to understand the process. And my process was starting internally first. You got to close that core if you want to get to those next steps. I had to take a step back and I had to understand where I need to start at. And you too can do that. That's how you learn how to fall in love with your body. That's how you pour into yourself. When I'm always like, pour into yourself, that's what I mean by intentionally paying attention to yourself. Like, I paid attention to my body the whole way through. It was causing me pain. So I can't do this. I'm not able to do that. Even though I was stopping in the process, it's not like I was stopping for years. I would just stop for like months at a time. Then I'll try to come back and I'll be like, that ain't working. And then I'll try it again. And then at one point I just started walking. And I was just like, all right, walking's going to work for me now until I find the right thing that's going to help me. And then, like I said, I found Grow with Joe. And I started working on that core, and then I started strengthening it. But throughout that whole process, I still love my body. I had no choice but to love my body. I never really had like this self-hate thing about me. And if I did find something that I didn't like about myself or I wasn't a huge fan of, I always try to find something positive to love about myself. Because a negative thing is going to exist in your life. You're going to feel negative about something on you. That's just who we are as a human beings. We got to find something. We got to find a problem somewhere, right? But I also learned that when you have something negative to say about yourself, you also need to find something positive to say about yourself. Because I don't want to live in it. I get it. I don't like that about my body. That ain't the best thing. But what is it that I do love about my body? So I find things that I love about my body. So here are some things that I would love to share with you to help you fall in love with your body where you are right now. I would say create affirmations. If you're not a huge fan of affirmations, I would say get with the program, girl, because affirmations is just another thing it's something that's going to help affirm you when you're always having these negative thoughts. And you're human, so I know you got negative thoughts coming in and out. What you can't do, who you're not, what you're not doing, what you're capable of, what you're not capable of. They just going to be cycling through. So all your affirmations are going to do is say, hey, pause for a second. Slow down, little mama. That's enough negative thoughts. Now we're going to counteract with positive thoughts. Now we're going to say some positive things about ourselves to get stop some of that negative stuff. Because the way you think and your thoughts are your reality. And if you want a positive outcome, you want a positive life, you want to see good results, you got to speak positive. There is power in the tongue, baby. I just want to say, listen, girl, go sit down somewhere thinking your body finna change 5 minutes after you done did a workout. Go sit down somewhere, girl. That's me. I just want to let you know I do that too. But all jokes aside, though, that set us up for failure, though. Like, we expecting change to happen like that, results to happen, and if we don't see it, like, we really be quitting. We really be giving up. So my next tip would be stop taking shortcuts. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're going to do it, commit to it and get it done. Be disciplined enough to get it done. Set you a little schedule. Like, set you some goals. Like, what is it that you want to do every single day? Some days they can be like, I just want to make sure I walk 5 days out of the week. And make sure you walk 5 days out of the week. Set it up to where it fits your life, though. You want to set goals around your life schedule. Remember I told you sometimes we can do too much. You got all of this going on and you thinking you finna work out 7 days a week. And then when you don't work out 7 days a week, now you feel guilty, now you feel bad. You see how you just set yourself up for failure? You want to learn how to set yourself up for success. So set up a schedule that works for you. Not a schedule that you find on the internet. You can take something from that, but make sure it fits your life, girl. Make sure you can do it, because you may be in a different season of life that those people are in. Set yourself up for some wins. It'll make you feel good about yourself. When your mind is at peace, your body is at peace. And when your body is at peace, it can do what it needs to do. That's called a regulated nervous system. All right, next tip is take care of your body. You want to make it look good, you want to make it feel good, and you want to make it smell good, girl. Take care of that body. If you take care of that body going to take care of you. Make it look good. Find outfits that suit your physique. Find outfits that are flattering to your body. Just because you're seeing somebody wear it on the internet and it looks cute on their body doesn't mean they're going to look good on you. Like, no offense. I done did that before too. But that just ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Find something that's for you. Find different ways to style your clothes. You may have a piece that look good on somebody else, right? It may not look good on you in that particular way, but you can find another way to style it to where it does look good on you. You know what I'm saying? Find out what you like about your body and then style it that way. When you look like something, you feel like something, baby. Learn how to face yourself in the mirror. And if you don't like the way you look, that means you really need to get in front of that mirror. Change some things about yourself, baby. You got the power to do that. I know you also have the power to sit there and not like it, talk bad about it, not love it. But you also got the power to change it too. I know it may not be easy, but it's doable. So let's go. Make your body smell good. Make your body look good. Put you on some, moisturize that skin too. They're going to give you a different feel, baby. It's going to give you a different look. Moisturize that skin. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. I know people always asking me what I put on my skin. I just use this body butter that I curate. It includes shea butter, avocado oil, castor oil, coconut oil. I think that's about it. Yeah. And I think this the last time I put sunflower seed oil in it because it's a vitamin E oil. It's the only change I made about it. Yeah. So for those who are asking, that's what I put on my body. Oh, one main ingredient. I almost forgot. Jojoba oil. I love that oil. That's the oil I put that in the body butter too. But that's the oil I use on my face. It's a pretty light oil. It's in my Amazon storefront if y'all want to go check that out. Everything that I just listed. Some of the products that I listed though, the jojoba oil is the exact oil that I use on there. But some of the products I use, like the castor oil and the avocado oil, they are not the exact products that I use. But I did find them on Amazon for you. I usually get mine out of the grocery store. Treat your body like it belongs to someone you love. The people you love, you up and at it about them. What you doing today? Did you take care of yourself? What you ate today? How you feel today? Don't forget you somebody you love too. Oh, on to the next one, and I'm just getting into. Make sure that body smell good. Make sure you learn how to make your body smell good. Go get you some nice perfume, lady. When you start taking care of yourself, your mind gonna shift. The way you feel about yourself is gonna shift, baby. You gonna start, look, all of that stuff I just named, even though we just talking about the body, you're gonna be more conscious about what you allow in your body, right? You're gonna be more conscious about what you allow inside of your body, if you feel where I'm going with that. Okay. You're gonna be more conscious about who you let touch your body, how you look at your body, how you look at yourself, how you speak about yourself, how other people speak about yourself. You're gonna be more conscious about the boundaries that you set. You're going to be more conscious about discipline. You see what I'm saying? Because you're learning to take care of you. You're learning to pour into yourself. So now we're going to move into our next segment, which is going to be our question of the day segment. So I had a few questions submitted. I took them down on my notes, but I did not jot down like who asked me the specific question. So if you want someone to know, or if you want to respond in the comments to let us know that you're the one who asked this question, that's perfectly fine. But our first question is, how do you pour into yourself when life took your son? I saw that comment and I know it was a big deep, but I wanted to touch on it because I seen that a few times up under my comments before. I just want to take a moment for the mamas who have experienced this. I feel like death is always a challenging thing to deal with. And there are times that I feel like there is nothing anyone could say that would ease up that pain sometimes. But I just want to let you know that you're not alone. I'm sending all positivity and love your way. And I hope you can feel it. I would suggest that you go find support groups. People who are dealing with what you're going through. If you want to share more, you can. Like, how old was your son? I experienced two miscarriages, and I remember that pain like it was yesterday. My first one, I was almost 17 weeks, I'll say that, and I never met my son, and I know how much pain that caused in my life. So I would say, please go find someone who can relate to what you're going through. It's a lot different when you have it can be more supporting when you have a group of people or community who've been through the things that you've been through. So I would say, please go reach out. Go find groups of people or groups that have had the same experience that you have. Or like for me, I watch videos of people who talked about and discussed like how they got through that situation and how it made them feel. I know I started that one off heavy, right? But when I saw it, I just felt like I needed to take a moment for people who are going through something like that, because they need a moment and they deserve a moment. Next question. I want to know what you leave. I want to know what you use on your skin, because wow, your glow is amazing. I said this early in the video that I use a body butter that I curated. I'm sure you heard it by now if you reached this point. Next question is, hope I'm not being too personal, but my ex wants to get back with me and I don't know if I should, because I've changed a lot and I'm trying to strengthen my boundaries, and I know that he is a person that crossed my boundaries a lot when we were together. What should I do? Should I give him a chance? Because they say people change. I would say this person is your ex for a reason. So think about that. Like, why are you considering giving him another chance? Like, have you noticed the change in him? Like, is he doing things differently? Is he showing up differently? Or is he showing up the same exact way that he used to? Are you seeing the same patterns that you used to see? Because a lot of times being lonely can get us in some mess. And I don't want you to be in some mess. You got children, and you don't need to be in mess. Even though it may just be fun. Fun can turn into mess as well. So I want you to be mindful of that. Like, they're your ex for a reason. Do you feel like this person is the love of your life that you can spend the rest of your life with the way that they are right now without changing anything about them? And if that answer is no, it's plenty more fish in the sea, baby. Alright, y'all, the video cut off, so you probably just gonna be hearing my voice right now. But alright, we're gonna get to our last segment of the day, which is our mental health check-in. I have not been seeing y'all in the comments. If y'all are in the comments, I don't know, I'm not able to find you in regards to like your mental health check-in. I want y'all to check in now. Check in, ladies, check in. Remember, community is what builds us. Community is what strengthens us. You know, we talk about the rule of the week, joy, proud moment. So my rule of the week would be putting too much on my plate. Sometimes I just do too much. It's like, girl, when you dial it back some, I get it. I get really excited. And I want to try new things. I want to do this and I want to do that. But learning how to pace it is important. Learning that I may not be able to do everything in 1 week. All right, my proud moment for the week is proud of myself because I learned how to make pizza dough from scratch and it turned out pretty decent. Meaning I learned how to use the active yeast the right way. Joy moments for the week is my kids lost their first tooth. And the crazy thing is it's in the same exact spot. How ironic is that? But that's my joy moment for the week. I would love for y'all to share in the comments. If this video resonated with you, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to share, like, and comment. It really helps out a lot. And y'all, don't forget to go check out the Patreon. Come join the Patreon so we can be doing some things together. If you haven't joined, what are you waiting on? That's all I'm going to ask you. What are you waiting on? But anyways, whatever you choose to do, just remember to love on yourself just a little bit more today. Pour into you. You got this, baby.